Hey guys, Creator Mom. So I was listening to this video about this girl talking about how she made some decision in her life based out of fight or flight mode, which is so crazy because I was thinking about fight or flight mode today as I was just laying down trying to get out of fight or flight mode, and I was thinking about so much of how much of my life was lived out of fight or flight mode. I would tell my friend, like, I feel like I'm running on the inside. I don't know what I'm running from exactly, but I'm just running. And I think it's just that it's that energy of desperation. It's that frantic energy that's saying, oh my God, I have to hurry up or else I'm not going to be able to keep up, with like life's demands or whatever. And it's like run, 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 fight or flight, and then of course they have all the other F's as well nowadays. So, and I was like, yeah, when she was saying it, because it was a good decision, like it was a homestead she had got, whatever, because it's like we have this idea like, oh, if you want to be successful, like, and be self-sustainable, like you have to have and live a mindful, slow life. Like we picture farm and homestead, and she was like saying like she actually experienced that, like that's really not what it is. It's not like the slowest lifestyle. It's actually like a lot. And she was just saying how she realized that she made this decision out of fight or flight. And I'm like, I've done that. Like when I left my situation, the unhealthy relationship that I was in, and I had to leave and go to a domestic violence shelter. That sounds ugly, right? And oh, I hate saying that. I like calling it the center, right? Not a shelter. It's a center. It's like a respite. And it really was like a respite for me in many ways. But when I was able to get into a more stable living situation after leaving the center or the domestic violence shelter, whatever, I found myself feeling like I was still in fight or flight and I was still in survival mode. And I couldn't just be like, oh, wow, I couldn't just be proud, like, wow, whew, way to hear, like, let me just enjoy this. It was like, no, what's my next step? Now I have to figure out what my next step is. And I have to use this opportunity to make something of myself. I need to go back to school, right? So I can get my master's degree, and that way I can become successful and I can make more money. And all those things are good and well, but they were not coming from a place of rest and necessarily inspiration. Like I thought it was inspiration. Maybe it was inspiration to take that way, to realize that wasn't the way that I was supposed to fucking go. Excuse me, I'm spitting. And but I was just like, yeah, I did it with the mindset of lack. Like I need to do this to become. I gotta hurry up and do this now, It was just a couple months after I had my situation stabilized or something like that, maybe not even, that I was applying to university. I literally went through the whole damn application, wrote essays and shit, had people do referrals for me. Like I didn't even think I would have anybody to do a referral for me. And I'm like, and then people wrote referrals for me and I was like, oh my God. Or letters of recommendation. And I felt bad at the end of the day about that, because I was like, oh my God, I had these people write me referrals and here I am backing out. I feel like such a loser. But I had to get over that and realize that, okay, maybe I went through all this to realize that wasn't where I was supposed to go. Because how would you know unless you like tried and then came to a realization? But now I realize I was acting out of lack. I was acting out of fight or flight mode. I was acting in survival mode. And that's why probably it was, I was making the wrong decision. But thank God I did realize that, because I listened to my intuition. So I'm like, I don't know, like, I just feel like every time we listen to our intuition or what we think maybe our intuition, like doesn't always come out perfect or something like that. Like maybe the reason wasn't so it could come out perfect. Maybe the reason was to bring us to another realization, which is cool too. That is perfect as well. If it doesn't work out, that's perfect too.